Hey everyone, it's Asmodeus here. So today we'll be talking about the Transformice Divine Skill Tree. So I'll be focusing on the Divine Skill Tree itself. So ignore my level. This will be the important skills that you will need when you are building for Divine to be a good shaman. So most importantly, when you are about level 80 or 60 or to 90 around there, you'll be wanting to start off with Spiritual Guide, Wildmaster and Mechanician, and going towards Wildling and Physicist. So these two skill tree, Wildling and Physicist, will be exceptional because it is for late game players. So if you're early game, you just want to focus on these three, right? Spiritual Guide, Wildmaster and Mechanician. So for me, I'll be going for 5 cheese and 5 additional time, and then 1 unburstable, and then I will ignore these 2, and then going for Chief's Food, and then 5 ambulance and 5 easy victory. So in front, going to teleporter, I'll be going for 5. If you don't have enough and you're scared that you don't have enough skill tree, you can go for ambulance. You can go for teleporter, but around 4 over 5, 3 over 5, and then you go for spring and 1 apple. So spring is important because it gives you a really good helping hand where you can go really high for mice that needs the boost. So why I recommend like 1 apple is because 1 is to put in the hole, another is to go at the cheese. Let's say if you have not enough range, you can always like give the cheese to the hole like that. When 1 gets in, and they do it really fast. Okay, so that's why 2 apples you can. If you are in late game, then you put 1 apple on cheese and here, so you can do it interchangeably, right? You can hold here, and then you can go up here, give the cheese here. Okay, and then going Wildmaster, going into 5 over 5, Shaman speed, 2 crits will be enough, and then 5 diet, 1 opportunist. I personally don't use companion crit and rocket scientist because it's not that useful, so I'm going for Coco Kiss, and then teleport me to the aim, of course, and projection, acrobat, and angel. So you ignore these 3 because it's not very useful. I'll explain why I will ignore these 2 later on. So mechanician, I'll go in big spirit, okay, and then 5 anvil, 2 cannonball, and then aerodynamic balloon, increase the balloon speed by 4 over 5, right, with this fast. And then I can summon 5 balloon instantly because I have pre-inflated balloons, and then 5 master summoner and anti-spirit. Architect 3 over 5, 4 over 5, change transparency and increase the eagle eye summoning range. So I'll be focusing a lot on mechanician and spiritual. So Wildling 5 over 5 Wildling to increase the summon speed. With the combination of this reflex and master summoner, you can summon really fast, just like that, right? See, it's less than a second. I summon around 4 to 5 banks, 6 banks like that. It's because of this and this. And also, when you're in late game around level 100 to 130, you go towards Wildling and Physicist. Otherwise, you focus on here first. Okay, spider mouse, 5 spider web to block bombs. Only useful in bomb maps and also people who tries to snowball your saves, so you just block them behind, just like that. Okay, and then from here, going to small but brownie, just to raise the skill point here to unlock the nature's return to destroy every build you build on the map except spider web. Okay, and then you're going for renewal. Renewal doesn't really renew all the skills, it's only some passive skills like apple, and then this one, and then teleporter, mass teleporter, revive, cheese, and then home. And then going for Gregorious Spirit. This will be the final skill for super late game if you don't have enough skill, because it's at the top. Increase summon speed for each 2% for each save or dead. So you understand here, it would be nice. So going to Physicist, anger, and then I'll be skipping this recycling, and then I'm going for rollout, solitary, no more soulmate. Okay, also made maps, and then I'm using Mad Scientist, Snow Cannonball, and then Restorative. I don't really use tape because it is not really useful for me, as I don't really use it. You can, of course, feel free, of course you can use the 5/5 to prevent an object from turning itself. So let's say if I like that and you try to put the anvil here, it won't topple no matter how heavy it is. Okay. Then for freeze, hardly ever use this unless during double sham, and that first shaman was really abusive, so I'll just like freeze and then I straight with cannon. And then yeah, 4/5 just for longer, or people tries to mess up my build, so I will use that only. Okay, and then I'll be using Gravitational Anomaly, just 2 what people do, because it gives you a 4-second lift. So 4 seconds, you won't bug. So everything will float, including all the builds, for 4 seconds, and then it will go down. Don't put to 5 seconds because it will bug the whole thing. You can, of course, you can use like grab nail and then big plank. So feel free to use like big plank and then grab nail. So it's very useful. So big plank works with restorative, and then it works with Wildling and Eagle Eye. If you go for big plank, you should go for big plank, restorative, reflex, Eagle Eye, Master Summoner, and then the spiritual guide, easy victory, ambulance, and spring. That's all.